beautiful thing. Look at this, please. Look at the weed. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah. You guys see that? Oh, you got the rolling paper there, man. Are they the normal size or?
Yeah, 1 1/4.
Cool. So I'm gonna grind some of this.
And then
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Marvin Weisman. This is my buddy Sar. We're here doing the Weedkend Show podcast.
that's right.
Yeah, it's not a podcast, it's a podcast. And it's not the weekend, it's the Weedkend. Because we have a radio show and we were playing some music and having some fun and having some guests, but now we want to be on YouTube and we want to help people understand the importance of legalizing the marijuana plant. And we decided to do it in English because we both speak English well. Sar is actually from the States. And this is the Weedkend podcast. And right now, we're going to roll a doobie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
We're going to get stoned, man.
This is the first show, so this is the premiere. Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, we decided to, let's talk in English. We'll have some guests in Spanish as well, and we'll get some subtitles going. But,
La banda.
Since I feel very connected with North America, I thought I'd do something in English for all my English-speaking friends. They've been always saying, yeah, great music, but I have no idea what you're saying. You know what I mean? So this is nice. I like it. It's different. I'm going to grind this. Grind it. We're going to grind it up.
Get to the chopper.
We're going to grind this up. Oh, my God. Smell that.
This is the second level? Yeah.
This is
The second floor?
level.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
It smells good,
Yeah.
huh?
It's like fruity.
Yep, this is, if I'm not mistaken, mint cookies.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We's going to get high as cat. May I borrow a filter?
Yeah, from over there.
From over there?
From that box? Yeah.
From the magic box.
I don't have any here.
Oh, these are cool. I'm lazy, so I like the ones that got the little tears. I'm so lazy. Here we go. Here we go. One more.
Oh, you got the paper. No, I have like the pre-made ones too.
These are fine.
That's really for the lazy.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff like they make any shape out of it, and they'll have you seen all those different filters like Rick and Morty or a marijuana plant, and it's amazing all the figures they can make.
Oh, so they have them pre-made already
Yeah.
made? Fuck that.
And so you order your Rick and Morty filters, and every joint you make, it's either Rick or Morty or Pickle Rick, and it's awesome, dude. It's really cool.
Dude, they're probably expensive.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of weight. That's why I got my tray, and that way whatever doesn't make it into the joint falls into the tray. This is very important, fellow smokers. You must have a tray. If not, you will lose many, many grams of marijuana. Awesome. Awesome. And you 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Look at that. Now I'll take that rolling paper from you.
There you go.
Thank you, brother. Boom. We got that. We got this. Gonna throw this big bud in there again. Oh yeah. All this is Mexican grown, baby. I keep getting contacted all the time, since I started the Weedkend Show a couple months ago, and everyone's like writing me from the States saying, hey man, I can ship this to Mexico, and I assure you the delivery. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I can send you some stuff.
How about that?
Yeah, we're just waiting to legalize. I'm sure once it's legal here in Mexico, a lot of people are going to want to try Mexican products, man. Because imagine the gomitas, all the edibles and stuff that you can make with all the cool candy that they have here in Mexico.
Yeah, like chamoy and shit like that. Like,
I mean, I'm sure that any other country is going to be like, this is the best gummy bear I've ever had in my life. Because it's different, you know? You've been here how long?
I've been here for like 2 years now.
There you go.
Here in
man.
Mexico City. Actually, we're in Mexico City for.
That's right, man. Live from Mexico City. I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela. And my buddy here from Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
That's right.
I was born there, but I've been raised all over the place. Everywhere.
And get a good case for your phone.
Yeah.
Because if you're a fellow stoner like we are, what just happened to SAR happens all the time. All right, this is beautiful, man. This is a work of art. So yeah, with this podcast, what it's going to be about, we're going to have guests. We're going to go interview different people, which is cool about the technology, that we can take this anywhere.
Yeah.
Interview some musicians, and that way we can get some music. Because that's what I've been doing. I've been doing a radio show, but you can't really put music on YouTube and all that, the licensing and all this crazy stuff. Yeah. So it's been kind of slow. And we decided, SAR came as a guest to the program with Alto Cali, which is a amazing CBD brand from Colorado, correct?
That is correct, yeah.
And we became friends after that, and we decided, hey man, you have your radio show, why don't we do this podcast together? And this is the first one. This is a test run, and we want to invite everybody for 2021, because that's the idea. We're going to have the Weedkend Show, and I'm sure SAR, like, he's been coming over a bunch of times, and he hangs, and then we go up to the rooftop and smoke. That's going to keep going on, but now me and SAR are going to be working on this little podcast adventure together in English.
We're excited. 2021, it's going to be a brand new year.
L'chaim. Oh yeah, that tastes good. That does taste good. Well, what do we want to talk about today? What's going on in Mexico? I think there's a lot going on in Mexico. We had a very big end of the year here, cannabis-wise.
That is correct, yeah. We ended up where we started with nothing, right? There is no legislation, there is no regulation. But it's moving there, We all thought that it was coming.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I feel there's talk, you hear it everywhere, and that's important. Before it was like, what do you mean they're going to legalize pot? And suddenly it's on all the news, and we know something's going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully 2021 will be the year where they realize that they're missing out on a huge market and missing out on helping so many people that could benefit from the plant. Medicine-wise, textile-wise, building-wise. I mean, there's so much from cannabis that we have to teach, and that's what part of this podcast is. We're not here just to show that we like to smoke weed and get high and listen to good music and chat. It's medical-wise, the plant is magic, and we want people to get rid of this taboo, especially in the Latino community. Because in the States and Canada, it's already, it's been going on for a while, and so people aren't so shocked. Here, they're still shocked.
Yeah.
And I think we got to get rid of that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And like you say, hopefully, next year, in 2 months, when the talks begin again in the Senate, we all get excited about it again, and there's people with more information, people with more education about the plant and all the different uses of the plant. But yeah, February is when we go back on, trying to lobby the government to legalize cannabis. But yeah, it's getting there. But for right now, having the holidays, kind of relax. Everyone's relaxing with a nice joint.
We gotta stay home, smoke a lot of weed. This helps when you stay home. It takes your stress away. If you're not feeling hungry because you're all anxious and stressed out, it makes you hungry. It's got so many benefits for so many different diseases. It doesn't cure anything, but it helps a lot of different patients. And every time they discover more and more, that's what I love about it, that it's still a virgin plant. They're still gonna, every time you're gonna see new information about now it's good for this, and because what was discovered a while ago is that we already have a endocannabinoid system. Mm-hmm. So I mean, this is part of us, and it's been demonized for 100 years because of many reasons, but they were all lies, and that's what this podcast is about. and we want to get rid of all that bad rap.
Yeah. And you know what? I want to add something to that, dude. I think it not only opens research for cannabis, but it also cannabis is gonna open research for other plants, because they're gonna start to see. I think this is my opinion, that terpenes is a big part of this, of the medicinal side of cannabis. So they're gonna be like, well, if there's terpenes in cannabis, there's way more in this plant, in this other plant. So I think this is the start, right? This is gonna open many things, and it already has. In the U.S., it has opened the door for psychedelics. So cannabis opened the door. It's the
no, and I'm sure like you're saying, for example, I smoke cigarettes. I'm sure that if you use the plant of tobacco directly without all the processing and all that, it probably has something bad, but not compared to what I'm consuming. So I mean, like you say, all the plants studied well with the right science behind it, to proof. That's what people need.
Yeah. And
science is the best proof of all, because it's not like, this is something I heard, and no, they've been studying, and they keep getting research, and I'm sure that's going to happen. Yeah. I think a lot of plants that have been looked at in the wrong way, they're going to change a lot of lives, because there's all this microdosing going on, I see all these strong drugs that are still on the strong drug list, but when you start reading why they're using it, why those drugs, when they originated, why they were created, and then why they were put in the, no, this is addictive and this is bad, and people, like ecstasy, for example, it was created for depression, but then the coming down, they said, dude, this is worse, man. They're going to have to be on MDMA all day. Yeah. But I'm sure that if someday they really get some cool scientists to look at it and analyze the MDMA and do this and move around and boom, 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 in microdoses, I'm sure it could help a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the plant, for sure, the plant is natural. This is something that it's not made in anywhere in a laboratory. It's just grown. You can do indoor, you can do outdoor, but there's nothing chemical about it. So I think the fact that marijuana has been criticized and demonized for so long, it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing because it's a plant. How can such a beautiful plant be so demonized?
Yeah, I've always, since I was a little kid, I was always I believe if it's a plant, anything that is a plant and is natural, why demonize it and say that it's gonna kill you and everything, or it's gonna make you do all these things. Even when I was when I was younger, I was anti-drugs. I didn't know anything. I just knew what people told me. But then I remember that I was always questioning, why do they, why can't you just eat mushrooms? Yeah, they'll give you an effect, but whatever. It's it's not gonna kill you. It's just gonna give you a trip.
I think it's education. Yeah. That's the most important thing. I mean, I'm not telling people to go look for a shaman and
go Peru.
Yeah, but I mean, it's education. It's knowing. You study the human body. You study whatever you're going to put into the human body, and there has to be okay, this guy weighs this much, this is the dose for this person, and I'm sure eventually that's going to happen, but right now we're concentrating on cannabis that has not only medical purposes. I mean, they used to make the sails from the boats with hemp. Yeah. I mean, it was around for so long, and then obviously big pharma, all these big industries that are tobacco, alcohol, they said no, man.
Yeah. Even the cotton industry.
Yeah, of course. They're no, man. I mean, anyone can grow that, and they're going to be making clothes in their home. No. This is for us. We're going to leave it there, and it took 100 years, and they've been demonizing it, and then science.
Yeah.
From Israel. This is where it happens, people. This is where this beautiful man comes and he proves to the world and says, hey, we can use not only the benefits of clothing and building and all that, but this is for medicine. This is amazing. I have extracted and separated the molecules, and I have CBD and THC over here. And now you get all the benefits from consuming CBD from the same plant without getting stoned.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Because you can use it for pets, you can use it in kids, and this is so much healthier than pills and things that are being made in a lab,
The side effects too, it has way less side effects, depending on what you're taking, But yeah, One of the things you were mentioning was microdosing, but also just even knowing what you're taking, dude. Even before microdosing, if we can just know what we have, like if I can tell, like, oh well, this is 15% THC, that right there makes the whole difference. Because then you can control it. You can then microdose.
Yeah.
Once you know what the fuck you have. So that is one of the big things that hopefully pretty soon in Mexico we know exactly what we're taking, exactly what we're consuming.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working with CBD?
With CBD maybe for 2 years right now.
Okay.
But I've been involved in the cannabis industry for a long time, 2010. So, but yeah, with CBD, just with this company called Alto Cali, it's just a CBD company, and it's targeted to the Latino community. So, yeah, that's just 2 years for right now. Yeah.
Okay. And what can you tell us about the benefits of CBD? I mean, what have you seen? What have you noticed? I mean, because I know a lot of people are using CBD. They don't want to get high, but they want the benefits of the plant. And I hear a lot of great stuff.
Yeah. So the main ones is like a pain reliever. So if you have some pain, like it relieves that pain, but also inflammation. I think the way that I've seen it the most like worked for me. Not right now, but like when I used to work out, is like when you work out and you get sore, and then you can just like smoke some CBD or vape it or take some tinctures, and you can tell right away, like maybe in 15 minutes that, well, depends how you do it. If you smoke it, it's like 5 minutes, but like in 15 minutes if you take the tinctures, you can feel like the soreness goes down a little bit, which I think is more about that pain, like that pain.
And what about all this that I've been reading, like this CBD is for headaches, is that true? Is it that specific? Like, have they come that far?
No, I don't think, like, there's a lot of products out there that are, mislabeled. But yeah, right now you can't just say CBD is CBD. It's just a molecule.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, because my wife, she suffers from migraines, and so they sold her some CBD, but this is special for migraines.
Yeah, well, maybe once the research comes out, you'll be
I'm
like, well,
sure.
Maybe these terpenes and this CBD, yes, that's the one for migraines.
There you go.
But for right now,
not
like,
now.
No,
there's a lot of baloney out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of piracy. There's a lot of people that are taking advantage of this huge world movement that's going on.
Yeah.
Because now that the ONU said, hey man, it's no longer a dangerous drug, that's going to change the mindset of the human everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been talking about that for years. I'm like, dude, I don't get it. I mean, heroin, cocaine, marijuana?
Yeah.
What are you talking
sense,
about, dude? I mean, before marijuana, why isn't alcohol and tobacco there, dude?
Yeah.
I mean...
And what's crazy is that even the people who made the rules, some of them might even, nowadays be like, well, yeah, maybe we did it wrong. But there's also a lot of people that, people that make the rules, the law, the whatever, senators, representatives, it doesn't matter, or the UN. They know it's wrong, but there's just this like backlash that they don't even want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But they know it's wrong, they should fix it. But they're like, oh, the voters, and there's all this taboo and this conservative part of the world. So it's like it sucks because some of them do know that it shouldn't be there. Like they just know, but they just can't. They don't want to do it because they might look bad.
Well, and I think now that hopefully now if they federalize the law in the states, there won't be such a big black market. Because I think that's a big move, and I think that's something that can affect Mexico.
Yeah.
Like how fast they decide to legalize, because one of the positive things is that the law that they are trying to approve is that it is federal, and there's not many countries that have that.
Yeah.
And I know it's tricky, but I mean, Canada's done very well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the States is going to be booming, because if you think about it, look at how successful the industry is, and it's all with private investment. You can't go to a bank in the States and, hey, I'm going to have a dispensary. I need $150,000. They're like, oh, what? Yeah, and I want people to be able to pay with a credit card or their debit card. With what? No. So I mean that's going to change the industry. It's going to really, I don't know. I don't know what to expect, because right now it's amazing. I just went to LA and I went to a couple of places, and now it's open to the street, and it's really beautiful stores, and it's full of such amazing products from all over, and that's going to also be able, like, right now it's, as I understand, what grows in California can only be sold in California, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So I mean that should change as well, I'm sure, and that's going to be amazing, because then everyone's going to have what everybody is consuming, and wow,
It's a double-edged sword. We were talking about this before. There's a lot of brands in California.
Yeah.
So many brands. But one of the things that will happen is that once it becomes federally, if some of the states allow interstate commerce, where you're saying you can buy here, bring it over here into different states, then I think a lot of those brands are going to go away. You cannot bring maybe 500 brands from California and 500 from Colorado, and from Oregon you have 1,500 brands.
And then
so it's a double-edged sword.
The big pharma is ready to enter the industry, so I'm sure they're going to be like, I'm going to buy you and you and you and you, and I'm still Philip Morris, but now I sell weed.
Yeah.
Or that's an example.
So it's like I say, a double-edged sword, but overall, I think it is a good thing. Socially, we're talking about business, not business-wise, but socially, which is more important, I think is legalize it, and then, we'll see.
No more wars.
Yeah, no more.
You sit down, you roll a big spliff, leaders of the world, you light it up, you pass it around, and you hug after, and you order some food. But this world, it's got to start fixing itself, man. This COVID, what a crazy 2020. I mean, I thought this only happened in the movies. I'm still in shock. It's really, I mean, we've been lucky. We're healthy. We hope everyone out there is healthy. We know there's a lot of people that have lost loved ones. It's been a crazy, crazy year. And hopefully these vaccines work. And 2021, I think in the middle, maybe the third trimester, we should be back at full force, hopefully.
Hopefully. I always say hopefully, right? But, we're very positive about it. Right now, COVID in Mexico, Mexico City, right now it's December. It's kind of it's bad. It's a bad time right now in Mexico City. But yeah, hopefully by February, it kind of levels up.
Yeah, we're taking care of each other. We're not seeing people. He works from home. I do as well. So we decided that, hey, man, we're both not seeing anybody. We're both healthy. We both know that so far we have no COVID. We have co-weed. That's what we got.
We got co-weed.
We got the co-weed. And supposedly this helps. And I believe it because this is good for what you were saying. If supposedly you get inflammation everywhere. So, I mean, this is supposed to help. I'm not saying to smoke it, but I mean...
Yeah, there's a lot of, there's actually research onto that, right? A lot of people are trying to research how, cannabis might help. And there's actually some, papers that have come out. And it's exactly that, if your lungs, whatever, I'm not an expert, but, if the cells in your lungs are getting inflamed, then, of course, you wouldn't smoke it, but you can take drops. You can take tinctures. I remember there was, some stupid thing that I watched where, there was a doctor saying, oh, how are you going to have people smoke, if they have COVID symptoms or, they have,
what a dumb guy.
Yeah, they're they can't breathe. And he's everyone was dude, that you can also take tinctures. There's other ways to take cannabis.
I'm sure you can do an IV, man.
Yeah, when it becomes, if it's pharmaceutical, you can just inject it. Yeah.
There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. When no one's telling this guy, nobody wants to smoke. We want to give him something that's going to, that's going to calm him and it's going to help him. It's going to help with the inflammation.
And that's a crazy thing.
I have a disease. I have an autoimmune disease. Okay. It's called Still's disease. It's from the rheumatoid family.
Oh, right.
And I have a treatment every 6 weeks for this. It has no cure, but I'm fine. But before I got diagnosed, it was horrible. I spent 9 months with fever every day, and it's horrible, man.
Yeah. It's
really bad to have this. And the first thing I asked my doctor in the States and here, because I said, I'm never going to stop smoking weed, but I'm going to tell them what I consume, because you want to be open with your doctor so they can help you the right way. And I asked them about a bunch of stuff, alcohol, MDMA, and they said, alcohol, well, it depends what it is. MDMA, I can't say. I have no idea. Whatever you want. Seriously.
Yeah.
And with every doctor, whatever you want.
They probably gave you a prescription too.
Almost, dude.
Red card.
When I went to the States and the first time I went to a dispensary, I showed them I went to a doctor to get my certificate, because you still had to do that. Now you can just go and it's amazing. But what was awesome when I went this time, there was 70, 80-year-olds with, waiting in line, and they already knew them. Hey, Mrs. Johnson, and they're just waiting for their medical cannabis, and I was like blown away, and seeing these people being benefited. Yeah, weed went up. Of course it went up, but it's cheaper than the big pharma stuff, than pills and this and treatments. It's much cheaper for them, and it's important that these people have access to the plan, because we all know how insurance is crazy, how medical wise all the countries in the world are messed up. But this is a good option. This is for us, for that we like to smoke weed and get high. Yeah, the price went up. People are paying for ID badges, for licenses. They're paying rent, on Melrose or on La Quinta Avenida, so things changed, man. But now you have, like you said, so many brands. It's all certified, with the kosher logo on it. It's beautiful, man. And it makes you feel safe. That what you're doing, what you're getting, and what you're paying for is quality and reassurance that what you're going to consume is done the correct way. That's it.
And people are willing to pay for it. Like, I'm willing to pay for it.
Me too.
We were talking about this before. It's like, with your friend, I was telling him that, I don't really smoke in Mexico because I was so used to Colorado, where you just go buy it, you know what you're buying, exactly, it's safe. But then here I was like, I don't know anyone. First of all, you don't know anyone. Yeah. So, just the convenience of being able to go to a place, it's safe, like you said. Mm-hmm. You know what you're getting, it's quality. Like, I'll pay more for that. And that's why I wasn't smoking here in Mexico, because I was like, I don't like this anymore, going back to the old ways.
I agree.
So it's like, just the convenience is worth the money.
Yeah, no, and it's not like, everyone could grow their own weed in the States and in Canada. It's legal, but they don't, dude. Yeah. Because we're humans and we're lazy, and we want qualified people to do shit for us, and we just pay and get quality service, man. That's what we're used to, and that's what's going on with the cannabis industry in the where they're doing it the right way. Welcome to the Weedkend Show. Oh.
Like, Joe Rogan has nothing on us.
Who?
Biden. Yeah,
Biden?
JR who?
Who? I actually like the way Mike Tyson's hot box looks. It's awesome. It's in black and white, and it's just got this red frame around it. It's really simple, but it looks awesome.
So the whole show is black and white?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
only saw the previews, and I was like, oh, it's a preview, so it's black and white.
Nah, the whole podcast is black and white. I like it, dude. It's fresh, man. It's different.
You told me about it, so I looked it up, and I didn't know he's been doing it for a long time, dude.
Yes.
It's like it's a bunch of episodes on there, dude.
It changed his life, man. Yeah. And he says it all the time, and he admitted before this last fight this year that he smoked before the fight, and it's helped him become a better person and be calm, and he's healthier than ever. He's huge. I was like, yeah, dude. And he, I think he's a good example. I know he's done a lot of bad shit in his life, but I think he's turned his life around, and he's been very humble about it. Yeah. And he admits that's why he's a marijuana advocate. It's because it changed his life. It really helped him out.
Well, what you're talking about brings us to another legalization thing, is that him and Rogan and all those people, actually all of Hollywood, they take HGH, human growth hormone, and they do all these drugs for anti-aging, which is also a good thing to regulate it. Because, there's a lot of that industry that is illegal. Mm-hmm. So people just are injecting. They don't know what they're injecting. They don't know what they're taking. They're going through Reddit and through the website.
So that's why they never age.
Yeah, dude. They're in such good shape because they're putting all these steroids and stuff like that. I don't think it's steroids, but it's some other stuff that you put on there.
Wow.
Dude, there's so many things. Also in Israel, they know much about this. It's like when you change your blood for some other what is it called? Stem cell therapy. Therapies. Dude, that's
Keith Richards kind of shit. I wanted blood. I want brand new everything without going on. Yes, I want tiger blood, and I want everything new without actually going under the knife. Okay, well, we're gonna do this stem cell thing. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy, dude.
But they're all up there, so they have money, they can pay for these things. But what I'm just saying is in the U.S. a lot of those things are illegal, and he's just regulate them, dude. Just like everything else, stop.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think anything that's processed, like the coke that people snort up their nose and the heroin that addicts shoot up. I mean, that's bad. I think it has to be like they're doing with cannabis. They have to study all this, where it comes from, because most of it comes from plants.
Yeah.
Coke comes from a plant.
Yeah.
The other comes from a poppy seed. You know, I mean, they're plants. So I mean, they can't be that bad. I just think we're abusing.
Yeah.
And that's what's always been bad. But I mean, if we get the same scientists or a good group of scientists to do the same effort with the other ones, I'm sure they'll find benefits.
Yeah. And we go back again to you don't know what you're taking, right? Because maybe Coke is not that bad, but it's like it has so much crap on it. Like, have they done really the research for 20, 30 years to actually see, okay, this is the mini or micro doses that are okay. These are the ones that are not okay.
I think our friend Pablo was doing that, but they got rid of him.
He was doing research? I don't think he was doing research.
He was doing whatever he wanted. No, but definitely, no, it's education. Yeah. And research is part of the education. So I agree, man. I think, but you know, this show, we want to get rid of the taboo of ganja, of weed, of marijuana, whatever you want to call it, cannabis, hemp. It's got so many good attributes. It could help a lot of people. It can create a lot of jobs. And it's just been demonized, and we need to get rid of that. It's very important because it's something that could really, really help a lot of people and make a lot of people happy. A lot of food places happy, getting a lot of deliveries and stuff and orders going all the time. Hey man, this marijuana thing's awesome, you know, because everybody gets hungry, man. They've used it a lot with cancer patients when they're terminally ill and they can't eat. They'll give them weed. That's been going on for a long time, and it's like, hey man, let's get some Papa John's. So I mean, it works, man. So that's what they started to see. Hey, wait a minute, it works with cancer patients. Let's study this plant more, and that's what's going on, and that's the most important thing.
You know, they have come up with like some research in the U.S. specific to the U.S. because I looked this up, and it's like, you know, that it actually makes you lower your weight. Like, you know, that you eat a lot, you get the munchies, but you still lose weight. And what I looked up, because I was like, what? How can you be eating more and losing weight? So what they're saying is that cannabis like regulates your system. So you're eating so much crap right now in the U.S. that actually this regulates it, and that's why your weight comes down. So it's like
so people are actually losing weight in the States.
Yeah, so there was a study that came out with that. So there has to be more studies done. But I was like, dude, how do you eat more and then lose weight? You know, and he's like, oh no, your diet's so shitty that it's just making your diet, you know, like your body actually lose weight because you have a shit diet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like, you know, especially in Mexico, like Mexico has a problem with like diabetes and shit like that. So it's like, hopefully people eat more healthy stuff too, you know.
Well, that's a big thing going on with COVID. I mean, so many people are getting sick because we don't have the right system. Yeah. And this helps. Yeah. I believe it. I mean, I thought I was going to get sick when this whole pandemic started. I could still get sick. I'm trying not to and staying safe and using a mask whenever I do go out. Wash my hands. Oh my God. It hurts. It hurts. It's all dry and it's broken. And Howard Hughes, nothing. He's got nothing on me. I mean, I wash my hands so many times a day. But still, we got to take care of each other. We got to make sure that enough people are vaccinated and get access to this vaccine so we can get back to our normal lives. You know, it's going to be like this for a while, and we got to be patient. Yeah. But I'm sure 2021 is going to be a much better year for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm so sure of it.
Yeah, me too. And I know so.
Yeah, I know so.
And, you know, I think we can finish by saying that, you know, we were talking about, like, we were talking about Mike Tyson, you know, telling his stories about cannabis and everything. And I believe, like, you know, we also kind of want to be part of that, where we want to have people come to the show and, you know, come out, you know.
Definitely.
Like, I'm a user, like, you know, like.
Definitely. I'm talking to an ex-NBA Mexican star.
Nice.
And I know he smokes. I know he uses CBD, and he actually talks about it, so that's good. He's already got one foot in. Yeah. But I told him, I said, dude, please come out of the closet on my show. I already told him.
Yeah.
I said, please, 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 because this is the kind of publicity that the plant needs. Yeah. That they see that, you know, people that have been successful in life, they used it the whole time. And I know for a fact, because we've become close, that he consumed while he played, and he played 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they even took out THC from the drug test in the NBA. Did you know that?
No.
Oh yeah.
I knew CBD, but not THC.
No.
What?
It's out, dude.
Yeah.
Why? It has a little bit of logic because if I'm the commissioner of the NBA, I want my players, because they're not in the bubble like they did the playoffs. They're not all in one place. Each team is in their city right now. So I think this is because they said, I'd rather them go home, light up a doobie, than go to a bar and get some drinks and maybe get COVID. That's my theory. But it's out. I mean, and there was a big, when I said it on the show, when I read the news, I'm like, oh my God, this is huge. I mean,
yeah. It's been a while. When
no, this is the first season ever that they're doing the same drug testing, but if you're positive for
they don't care
for THC, it's like, good for you, man. What you got there? Can I hit that?
Who's your dealer?
Damn.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they're in cities where it's legal.
Yeah, and they go, what's your dispensary?
Yeah, now they just call the Uber for weed.
I love that, man. I was just in the States, and Weed Maps and Leafly and all these amazing apps that help you find everything so easy. Yeah. And you just order either from the apps or you just go directly to the whatever brand or what. Oh, it's crazy, man. I felt like a little kid at Toys R Us.
Soon that will happen here.
Pronto en Mexico. Cool.
All right, guys. So that was it for today. This is the first podcast.
There you go.
So.
The Weedkend podcast.
Yeah, this is expect more. We're gonna have, like I said, guests. We're gonna have some very interesting stuff, some very cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for checking us out.
Yeah.
Any other words over there?
There you go. I'm Marvin Weisman.
I'm Sar.
And this is the Weedkend podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Have a very happy New Year. I hope everyone's healthy. Please try not to party hardy. I know it's hard. It's been very rough to be locked up for so long, but we have to be patient. We have to be smart, and we're going to get out of this, and it's going to be amazing. So happy New Year's and Merry Christmas, because Hanukkah it's bye, but now it's time for Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas and New Year. Yeah.
Love you all. Take it easy.
See you guys.
Smoke up!